Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
It's the Kim Jacobs Show, and I'm so excited to be here with you today on this Friday, Freestyle Friday to be exact. We have in the studio audience some of our experts, which are Athena Robertson, Vicki L. Evans, and Ken Canyon. So we're going to jump right into today's show. We're so excited that each of you have tuned in, and we want to know where you're visiting in from. So go ahead and just type your name, where you're visiting in from, and I'll be sure if you pop comments up to pop them onto the screen. And hopefully if you have questions, we can get those answered as well. So as we kick today's show off, we want to give you just 30 seconds to invite your friends, tag some people and say, listen, we're talking about domestic violence, how to bring some sunshine into your life and how to handle those relationships, as well as some updates that's happening around the country with news. So go ahead and tag some friends now. Can you tag at least 10 folk and invite them into the studio with you? Let's do that now. All right. Right, everyone? And yes, that 30 seconds went fast, right?
Yeah.
Did it go fast, panel?
Yes.
Okay, so listen, we're glad to have each of you all here. And many of you may know that on yesterday, I had this beautiful young lady graduate from the Kim Jacobs Online Consulting Masterclass. I am so excited to be able to have presented her to everyone on yesterday. And let me let you know that Brooke Curry is a back office virtual assistant. So what that means is that she specifically focuses on removing the hassle from you as a talk show host or as an online presenter, because many of you are presenting for churches, organizations, and different places, and you need someone that can handle the back office for you. Well, that's what I trained this young lady to do. This is her specialty. She is the back office queen and is available. She can only take about 5 clients, one of which is me, and one is already another talk show host that booked her yesterday. So I think she has about 3 more slots, and she is willing and able to work the back office for you. So give her a call, and I have her information. I just want to make sure I let you all know, especially when people graduate from our program, that they are available, and especially with it being Freestyle Friday. Her name is Brooke Curry. She's a virtual back office production assistant, and her email is brookc02ri@gmail.com. Her Instagram is at 404.brook, and her phone number is 786-571-0831. Let any of them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. All right, so today let's start off with a little bit of sunshine. Athena, given that it's kind of dreary out here in the Charlotte area, and we need a lot of sunshine as we hear the rest of today's topics. So what do you have for us?
Oh, good morning. Good morning. First, thank you for having me on the show. Good morning to Miss Vicki and Ken. Good to see you guys and my sister Kim. It is liquid sunshine is what I call it. Even though it looks a little dreary, we might have a little bit of raindrops. I call it liquid sunshine, which is good because, of course, with water, you have a cool breeze, and of course, we're in a different season changing. So we get to change up clothes and styles. And so what I want everybody to do, and what I would like everybody to do, is just to stay positive, stay focused on any decision and goals that you make. Do you have clarity? Do you have clarity And if you have clarity, what are your goals for you pressing forward on the journey? And also stay persistent with the growth, and trust the process, because everybody journey is different,
That's
everybody process is different. So what Miss Vicky journey, her journey to me may look like, oh, it took her only 2 weeks. Relationship Ken, oh, it only took him a week. But what they was doing on the back end, I don't see that. So you don't know what their journey is like, what it looks like, and took for them to get right here to this moment of manifestation. So I cannot compare myself to Ken, I can't compare myself to Vicky, but stay focused on Athena. And okay, Athena, what does that look like for you? I want to complete. I've been doing the Kim Jacobs show, the Freestyle Friday, Sunshine Expert now since July. It's been truly a blessing. It's been a public platform to be an inspiration to others, and as well as that also helped me grow and develop in my area of ministering to people, sharing with them what God puts on my heart always, and then staying true to my dreams and goals and my visions. Yes, sis. So it's always a blessing, and I'm grateful just to be amongst great angels, and to see different avenues of businesses that are constantly growing. Miss Vicky Theater, like, oh my goodness, that is like so fabulous. Like, I had an opportunity to go to see the Wicked play with my mother,
oh, okay.
and it was a blessing because it was a different form of art. You have art, you have visual, you have audio art, and just to see the theatrics of art, and to see other people passion and their dreams being shared amongst the world. So that's a blessing. And I always look forward to hearing what Ken got to say about relationships, keeping my relationships in order, whether it's personal relationships, family relationships, and even work relationships, bringing balance at work. How many of you know that I'm working right now? I think it's awesome that I'm at work, but also I have an opportunity to also do something that I love, is being amongst other great people to be inspiring. So stay persistent, stay stay prayed up, stay strong in your faith, each and every day. What does that look like for you? In the calmness, does that begin with the morning? Is it in the afternoon? Is it in the evening? And then watch your growth. Watch your growth. And in that, just trust the process. And I thank God for this moment. And thank you all. And it's good to be amongst you all. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you. Okay, okay. Woo! Okay, so I am excited. Mainly, the takeaway that I got from what Athena said is, let's not compare ourselves to each other, but to make sure that we celebrate who God created each of us to be. And what a great thing that she's sharing here. I am excited that you came on today, and very eager for people to be able to connect with you, because I do think that you bring sunshine to this universe, into this
Thank
world.
you.
So make sure you all stay connected with Athena Robertson on Facebook, Red Honey with 2 eyes. That's Red, HONII, 7 on Instagram. She's the owner of Express Notary Public, and you can reach her at 980-200-5740. Now, make sure that when you reach out to her, you know that she's an express notary, which means what? Tell people what that means.
So express notary means that I come to you, that I travel, so we can meet up, we can link up anywhere. My schedule is open, and definitely after hours. Just give me a heads up, a notice in advance, and I can see you in the evening time as well. So that's what express notary means. Just serving in the Mecklenburg area, and getting all these documents notarized professionally, and moving forward in the development of the business world.
So you're in the Mecklenburg County area of Charlotte, North Carolina. So if
Yes.
you are in that area, that is where you would be able to officially utilize her services. And so nowhere outside of Mecklenburg County.
Mecklenburg, yes. Far as in the North Carolina area, so Mecklenburg County, Gastonia, the areas in the North Carolina, and the Carolinians, I should say. Far as doing notarizations of documents, what that, if you would say, what kind of documents, like car titles, wills, loans, all that good stuff.
Okay, okay. So
And
make sure you
I'm
utilize.
sorry, and I just added on the medical forms too.
All right, all right. So make sure you guys utilize Red Honey, which you know her as Athena Robertson, and utilize her services that are being offered. So thank you so much, Athena, for being here today, and
Thank
very
you.
grateful for your services. I see you backstage. I'm trying to pull some things in so that I can pull you in. Give me just about a few minutes here, and I'll pull you in as well backstage, which you know who you are. It's going to be a surprise to everybody else. All right, everybody. So we're talking today with some of our experts here on the Kim Jacobs Show, and I do want to share with you this one thing. When you talk about comparing yourself to other people, think about this in comparing ourselves. Uh, I thought this was pretty interesting. It's one of our highlights for the week that Rachel put in for us, and Queen Latifah says Queen Latifah says that Living Single cast, according to Essence magazine, was told that they needed to lose weight. But she's like, "Look, we look like real women." The star is working to change the narrative that people have about obesity and opening up her about her journey and her body before and after entering the industry, the acting industry, singing industry, and everything that she's done. And she's like, "Hey, this is a real woman's body." What are your thoughts on some of the things that Queen Latifah is trying to do? She's partnered up with Novo Nordisk to change the narrative surrounding obesity. Her goal and their goal is to start a series of short videos meant to play out like modern TV shows, and it's to reduce the stigma and shame that people have that are attached with the certain diseases that put more focus on things like the hormonal issues and the biology that causes it. Hence, that is the title of the actual campaign. It's bigger than me. I love that they're going to be shedding light on that. So she reveals in this article when they were being told that, according to her, that hey, y'all as a cast need to lose some weight, and they were like, wait, what? Basically, not hardly. So you want to check that article out when you get a moment, and it's all about being bigger than me in the campaign that she's participating in with Novo Nordisk. What are your thoughts on that, everybody? Even in the studio audience, what do you think about people in the acting and television world being told, "Hey, lose weight, and then we can utilize you"?
Well, the truth is, I think what's happened is people look outside themselves to determine how they should feel about themselves. And every time you look outside yourself to determine your self worth, your self concept, you're going to always be disappointed. So if I lose
Right.
30 pounds, then I should have lost 40. Or if I do this, you're never going to be enough.
That's
And
right.
so the whole idea should be on helping people empower themselves,
That's good.
take back the power from other people and give themselves the power to define who they should be and who they should present themselves to the world. And
That's good.
that's what I teach my clients anyway. And so when you get out of this whole mindset that I've got to be validated by someone else, then you become free. You get lifted from all of the
Yeah.
burden of everyone else's validation.
I agree. I agree. That's some profound stuff that you're saying. Anybody else have any insight on that, or would like to share your perspective?
Well, I'm in the entertainment industry, so
Yeah.
I have two different perspectives. Of course, personally, I believe that you should know your worth and you should not be valued by your weight. But in the entertainment industry, especially if you're a model or someone of that aspect, there are standards that they request that you meet in order to be in that industry. So if you want to be in that industry, you have to comply with the standards. So it just depends on how you look at it. If a model, they want thin people, they want tall people. They have certain requirements. If you're on the runway, you have to be a certain height. I mean, you just have to meet those standards, and so it's your choice. If that's the industry that you enter into, you have to comply. Just like for me in the industry that I'm in, There are some things that are standard and foundation. You have to comply with that in order to be in that industry. Of course, there's leeway in order to be unique in some aspects, but it depends on the circumstances. That's all I want to say.
That's fair. That's fair. Very fair comments. Any other comments on this?
I would say, I agree with everybody. And everybody has different opinions. For me, it would just be, if you know your self-worth and you love you, be yourself. What you go for and what you're looking for. Yes, it's standards in everything that we do, but at the same time, you can only be you and give the best version of you. And that right there should be enough. And we should not be led by what society or the world says that we should be this or we should be that. But again, we live in a crazy world, and they expect for us to be this, they expect for us to be that. I just think you should love yourself and just be who you are.
Good.
I
I
I,
love it.
I want to
I
throw
love
some.
it. Go ahead.
Can I just make one additional comment?
Yes.
Sometimes your weight affects your health. And so sometimes you have to be mindful of that. For instance, I was having back pains, I had gained weight. And so, in order for me to feel better or to be, healthy, I had to lose some weight. I had to start walking in order to feel and be healthy. So sometimes that's something to consider as well, that sometimes if you're obese, it will affect your health.
Good. That's
But,
good. So that's just the overall being.
let me comment on that, please. I
Yeah.
agree with you, but that's still your choice then. It becomes your choice to get healthy. But what I'm saying is a lot of people do it because someone else says you don't look good or you're not this or you're not that. So what happens is they make these changes based on the validation of someone else. If like me, I lost 160 pounds, but it was not because someone else said do this. It was because I realized that my life was dependent. I wanted my life to be different. And so I made that decision based on who I viewed myself to be. And that was my that's my point of view. And I
That's
agree with
good. That's good. Okay. So let's go to some of the studio audience. Let me go over here because I see lots of comments pouring in and people are like, "Hey, do you see my comment, Kim?" Okay. Let's see, Mom. I see you. You said good morning to you all. I'm in my virtual seat and watching this good show. GI the hair doctor, who's also going to be a guest coming up soon on the Kim Jacobs show. You have to love yourself and be comfortable in your own skin. Yes, very good comment. Be comfortable in your own skin. And Athena, I see you. You said good morning and you're chiming into all the studio audience members. Excellent. Let's see who else came on. Dr. Margaret Fournier says hello from the Colonel. She's known as the Colonel. Dr. Margaret Fournier Holmes from San Antonio, Texas is here in the house. Glad to have you, Dr. Fournier. All right, let's see. Any other comments? We'll keep your comments posting throughout today's broadcast. So I thought that kind of lends to some pretty hearty discussion. So let's make sure that I'll put that link over there. Oh, yeah, it's already there. All right. So, whoa, you gotta love yourself. But I hear that, hey, obesity and just being your best version of yourself is better for your health, not just for a role on a specific show or anything as well. But let's keep a handle on that. Ken, who lost significant amount of weight. How much weight did you lose, Ken?
I'm sorry, I was clicking the one on screen. Total over the years, it's 160 pounds.
160 pounds. So he's saying that he wanted to do that for himself, not for any specific position, role, or anything, but just for himself, right?
Right, right.
And that's a blessing. All right. Well, these are some good comments that's coming in. Keep those comments flowing. Right after this commercial break, we're going to be celebrating someone. And I see you backstage to come on and do that quick tribute. And Cassandra, I need you. So I'm trying to give you a courtesy heads up. Okay. All right. And so I'm going to be pulling in two more people right after this commercial break. break. We're going to learn more right now about one of our episode sponsors, attorney Kenneth D. Snow from the Snow Legal Group. You don't want to miss the opportunity to connect with him in his office. They provide you with excellent customer service, as well as they have had some significant wins recently, and they just have significant wins, period. So definitely reach out to them. They're in the North Carolina and the South Carolina area. 704-358-0026. Their email is info@snowlegal.com. And please make sure you let them know that Kim Jacobs from the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. So we're going to learn more about Snow Legal, and then we'll be right back with a very nice tribute after this break.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or ride share, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone, and we are back here on the Kim Jacobs Show. And at this time, I want to take a moment to just acknowledge someone that's extremely special, not just to us individually, but to the entire world. And this woman is doing some things that not many of us could ever say that we've actually had the opportunity or have been afforded the opportunity to do. I actually don't even think I know anybody that other than this person at all that this even applies to. So I am going to bring Cassandra. I can bring you in, because I definitely don't want to put you just on the spot, even though I kind of have already. Okay. So Cassandra, I'm going to bring Cassandra in, and I'm going to bring you in as well. Surprise. Hello. I see you backstage, but I see you can't. Okay. So I'm going to bring two people in, but before I do that, I want to make sure that we hear a little bit about this person, and then we're going to have this person be saluted by our backstage guests. So come on, Cassandra, tell us a little bit about this beautiful queen that I'm getting ready to present to everyone. Wait a minute, I'll put her picture up. Let's talk about this beautiful woman. You're muted, Cassandra.
I'm so sorry. Good morning, everyone. Yes, this is Miss Viola Lampkin Brown, and we are celebrating her today. And I wanted to take this opportunity, I guess, Kim, if it's okay with you, I wanted to read a proclamation that
Please.
that has been issued in her honor. Viola Lampkin Brown Day Proclamation. And this is from the Clark County Board of Supervisors. Whereas Viola Roberts was born October 4th, 1911 in Hume, Virginia, the youngest of James and Maria Roberts' 13 children. And whereas in 1918, Viola and her parents moved to Clark County, where they and Viola's brother Harrison worked at Springfield Farm as laborers and domestics. And whereas Viola married John Lampkin in 1936, and together they built a home in Josephine City, south of Berryville, using part of a livery stable that Mr. Lampkin moved 7 blocks from Berry Hills Main Street to Josephine Street. And whereas Viola worked for decades as a cook at the Knoll at Grand Home on South Church Street in Berryville before returning to work at Springfield Farm in the early 1960s. And whereas after John Lampkin died in 1982, Viola married Paul Brown in 1988, and following his death 10 years later, Viola Lampkin Brown carried on as the matriarch of a family that includes 2 children, 8 grandchildren, 8 great-grandchildren, 3 great-great-grandchildren, and more relatives and friends that one can count. And whereas over the course of more than a century, Viola Roberts Lampkin Brown has witnessed Clark County's progress and growth, which reflects the growth of our nation, and she has made extraordinary memories that are woven into our unique narrative of American history. And whereas Centurion Viola Roberts Lampkin Brown, who still lives in her Josephine Street home, where she maintains a daily routine that includes spiritual reflection, now joins a small but extraordinary group of individuals known as super centurions. Now, therefore, Clark County Board of Supervisors Chairman David Weiss does hereby proclaim October 4th, 2021 as Viola Roberts Lampkin Brown Day in celebration of her 110th birthday.
Wow. I knew to bring you on, Cassandra. You just did that like so with just ease. Thank you. So today we just want to acknowledge and celebrate Aunt Viola as Andrew Roberts calls her. He is a part of the Kim Jacobs Show team, and this is his great aunt. So not only is she making history, she's also a part technically of the Kim Jacobs Show team. And I want to bring on someone that's going to sing something special. Thank you so much, Shannon, for preparing this flyer right here. And we appreciate it. And we have a special person that's going to be singing to Aunt Viola today. I'm going to pull her in right now. And let's hear you salute this queen. And this is a happy birthday song to you, Aunt Viola. Thank you so much for letting your light shine here on this earth. And we're going to bring right here Shayla Faulkner, not me. No, I'm not the singer. We're going to bring, please. Okay, we're going to bring Shayla Faulkner, who is the person, just so everybody knows, Shayla Faulkner is the one that does, it's the Kim Jacobs Show, and all of that. When you hear the intro and the outro, everybody wants to know who's singing that. This is the face behind the voice. Shayla Faulkner is the person, the queen, that does the intro and outro for the Kim Jacobs Show. So everybody celebrate Shayla Faulkner too. All right, Shayla singing happy birthday to Aunt Viola for her 110th birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. To you.
Okay, wait a minute. Don't go anywhere because Andrew Roberts is on the screen. Andrew, I know that you are Aunt Viola's great nephew, and you also work with the Kim Jacobs Show. Shayla just did a nice tribute song to your aunt. What do you want to say?
Thank you very much. That was wonderful. That's a very special occasion. And I'm just honored and pleased that so many people across the country have reached out to honor her. I was just talking to a reporter yesterday from, I forgot what station it was, but, from CBS to ABC to numerous stations and affiliates across the country, everybody's pouring in. So thank you for that. I'm sure she would be here today. I talked to her the other day. She was feeling pretty good, but her schedule is much different than ours, as you can well imagine. Today, her hip is hurting a little bit, but that's okay for a 110-year-old lady. So I want to thank you for all of that.
110.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any candles that say 110? Happy birthday? No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, she's according to there's a organization called the 110 Club, and it honors or tracks supercentenarians.
I can't you can't even say that because you never even heard of that many years.
Yeah, but she's according to them right now, she's the oldest person in Virginia.
Wow.
So at this moment, but she's getting around, and like she says, I feel good.
Wow. Well, happy birthday to you, Aunt Viola, 110 years old. We celebrate and salute you today. And we are so honored to be able to celebrate your legacy while you're yet living on this earth. So we are grateful. And again, thank you all. For anybody that put comments, let's see. That is amazing. Happy birthday, Mrs. Viola. And I see you saying that happy 110th birthday, Mrs. Viola. Happy birthday, Ms. Viola. I see you, Dawn. I see all of your comments coming in. Let's hashtag, if we can, Aunt Viola today, all throughout today. And let's hashtag that and get that trending. Hashtag Aunt Viola. And let
And
her
can I add
know.
one
Yes.
other thing? Today is also my father's birthday. He would be 97 years old, but he's in heavenly peace now.
Oh, well, happy heavenly birthday to your dad as well. And we're so grateful to have you be a part of the Kim Jacobs Show team. So today at our staff meeting, we can say, I know I would say you only popped on so that you can go ahead and get that checked off, and I know you didn't. You did this in honor of your aunt this time. So you really made it happen. Okay. But we have this thing going with the Kim Jacobs Show team that is like, guys, come from behind the scenes. I need people to know who's doing different things with the show. And it's my honor to be able to celebrate people. So thank you, Andrew, for coming on. Thank you, Cassandra, for reading that proclamation so beautifully. And thank you for Rachel Valentine, for Shambria, for Mackenzie, for Shannon, for Frank, for Ivan, for all of you all, Deacon Van, for Mr. Joe, for Selwyn Davis, for all of you that do anything with the Kim Jacobs Show to make it great. Did I leave anybody off? If so, please make sure I did not. Okay. And to all of our Freestyle Friday experts. Without you guys, Freestyle Friday wouldn't even be able to happen. So thank you. All right, everybody. We are going to continue on. I see Aunt Viola is being hashtagged. So yes, keep that trending today. And we're going to transition and talk about some relationships. Thank you, Cassandra. All right. Relationships. That's something we need to be having a better time, especially going into the holidays, y'all. If you can't have a good relationship going into the holidays, then it's not, I don't know what to tell you. What you got? Did you put your finger up? Oh, I got to make sure I unmute you. Okay, did you put your finger up? I'm talking to you, Ken. No, okay. All right.
No.
All right. So we're going to hear from Ken Canyon, our relationship expert, right after this commercial. Did you want to say something else, Andrew? Because I see you waving your hand.
Everybody,
Okay,
goodbye
go
and thank you.
Say it again.
I'm just saying goodbye and thank you.
Thank you for sharing your Aunt Viola with the Kim Jacobs Show studio audience and with the world. And she is truly a jewel. And we are honored to be able to participate in this celebration today. Yes, Aunt Viola.
My grandfather's
right.
baby sister.
Huh?
My grandfather's baby sister.
Aww. And she's on the jar. Tell us about her being on that jar over there.
She's on quite a few of those. I don't know why they didn't get her in the last couple of years. We submitted to Smuckers or NBC early, but they probably get thousands of requests, but they don't get many 110-year-olds. But she's which one is that? Is that the? Can't see the date on that one. She was on it when she turned 100, and she made it just about every year up until last year for some reason. I guess the pandemic had some impact. But she does that, and she really likes to, show her thing.
She still has a beautiful smile. You can look in her eyes and see that she's just a grateful, joyful person. So I'm really excited to know her. All right,
Did you see
everybody.
the clip?
Huh?
Did you see the video clip of her?
I did. I didn't put it up, but because I don't have a way to do everything, but I do. It's amazing. Yes. But I definitely will be able to share that with everyone as well, so that you'll be able to go back later and check out the video. Put the link in the comment section, in the private chat, and I'll put that in the comments for everybody to just click right into that link. Is that fair?
Fair enough.
Make sure. Huh?
Fair enough. I'll put it in for you as soon as I get off here. I'm heading to rehearsal. So
okay,
I will see you later.
Don't get to go to rehearsal until you put it in the private chat so I can share with everybody today. Okay.
It'll be there in a minute. Thank you, all. Right. Bye.
Thank you, Andrew. All right, everybody. So I am going to take a commercial break. Isn't this an interesting show today? I think so. Yeah. Somebody turned 110 and we get the opportunity to celebrate them right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Shayla, thank you so much. I put her like completely on the spot a few minutes ago and said, can you please come on? And Shayla is serious about her eyebrows and her eyelashes and her look. So she's like, girl, I'm only doing this for you because I don't do this. Like, so she really loved the Kim Jacobs show in order to come flying out in a moment's notice. So thank you, Shayla Faulkner, for doing that. I really appreciate it. Right after this commercial break, we're going to hear from our relationship expert, Ken Canyon. So buckle your seatbelts because it's getting ready to get all the way live. And y'all know how Ken rolls.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everyone, and we are back right here on the Kim Jacobs Show with some of our experts today. And as usual, we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. I just shared with you our episode sponsor, which is Silver Shield Security, which you can reach them at silvershield-security.com, 704-440-4688. Let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way, and you will not be disappointed with their state-of-the-art equipment and wonderful customer service. Ken, talk to us.
All right, Kim. Now, I hope you're ready for this one today.
I don't know what you're going to talk about, so I don't know whether to be ready or not.
Yeah, then you know how I come. So in my group, I put up, controversial things, but a lot of times I put up questions, and I want them to ponder their answers, because what I do, I put up questions and comments to show people what's inside of them. And so a lot of people I help with relationships and stuff, help get relationships and all of that. So the other day, I threw a wrench in there, and I'm gonna read what I threw in there, and it's my question of the day, and so then I will kind of expound on it, and I want your opinion about this.
Okay.
So I said this. I said, question of the day: a woman is in love with a man, and they have a great relationship. They are about to get married. He wants her to know everything about him and his past because he feels like it's a safe place. He tells her he had one sexual encounter with another man 20 years earlier. Should she still marry him?
Look at Athena's face over there. She's like this.
So now, I asked the question because, and I threw, and I'm going somewhere with it, because what I do is I set people up. And so a lot of people, I had close to 200 comments, and people were like, oh no, she should not marry him.
Okay. So the question, Cassandra, type this question backstage for me. What is the specific question? Just the question, because you put a lot of context.
Well, I had to put all of this stuff. I simply said a man. Okay, the question would be: a man is about to get married. He tells a woman that he's in a relationship with, that he had one sexual encounter with a man 20 years earlier. Should she still marry him?
That's the question that our Ken Canyon, our marriage, our relationship expert here on the Kim Jacobs Show, is asking. So that's a question for you all in the studio audience. So we need to see you guys typing so we can put your comments and your thoughts up. This is not just for us on the panel. This is for y'all to answer. Would you still marry this person? And I'm also going to put this link here, because this link, you can come right on the show if you want and come on head to head. Okay. So the question, let's put it up here again. I don't see nobody typing no answers, y'all. And anybody on the panel, y'all want to unmute yourself and go ahead and answer the question. Cassandra, if you want to come in, go ahead and let me know, and I'll bring you in. You're like, don't bring me in on this one. All I see is your shoulder. Cassandra, what you say? What you do? What you do?
And so
keep me backstage right now. Okay. Anybody want to tackle this? Would you still? Let's put the question up. And I see you, Andrew. Thank you so much. But I need Andrew's thing put in the private chat so that I can put it across all the platforms, just so we know, because only the people on Facebook are seeing that. Should a woman marry a man who confesses to having a sexual encounter with another man 20 years earlier, What are your thoughts? This is the question that's being posed by our expert, Ken Canyon.
So, Kim, let me explain this to you. So, what happened was, and what I did was, I posed the question to show people their own biases. And so what happened was, many people, I had over 200 comments in my group on my personal page, and many of the women who are single said, "No, I wouldn't marry him. There's no way. Hell no." They said a lot of stuff. And then I said this, and I came back and said, "Okay, then you wouldn't marry him." So what if a woman told a man that she had been with a woman 20 years earlier? And then most every one of them, except for maybe two or three, every one of them said that he should still marry her. And then I said, well, wait a minute. Well, hold on. So what it is you have a bias against one thing, but it's the same thing. And then some people tried to bring in God. I said, well, wait a minute. Is her sin not any less than his or any more than his? So what I say to people is this. I say the truth is that when we go into relationships, we say we want people to be honest. We will tell me all about your past, tell me everything, and then it's they're in a relationship about to get married, and then you penalize him for doing the very thing you asked for. So I ask people, I say, well, okay, why don't we just stop being disingenuous? Why don't we say this? Just tell me the good stuff I want to know and don't tell me everything. Okay? But we don't want to say that. We don't want to say that because we want them to tell us stuff, but then we penalize them for telling us the very thing that they told us. Because he said, I thought this was a safe place. I told you because we're about to be married, and then you penalize me for telling you the thing you asked me. 20 years earlier, you're penalizing someone for doing that. I just asked the question, but I just wanted to show people their own bias. And what I want people to do more than anything else in relationships is to be honest with themselves first. That's the whole point. If you ever going to be in an honest, transparent relationship, just be honest and say, some things I don't want to know. Okay, that's honest. Some things I'd rather not know. Okay. And so if you're ever going to have a tremendous relationship, and you know this, Kim, you're in a tremendous relationship. You know what? You got to be honest with yourself first. And that's my tip of the day.
Yeah. You have to be honest with yourself, and I agree wholeheartedly. And so I want to hear your thoughts. I tagged a bunch of people as well just to see if any of them are going to chime in, because some of these people will be like, let me tell my thoughts. I know my friend Sean would be happy to get on here and share her thoughts. Okay. So we'll see whatever, different people's thoughts are. But would you marry a man who confesses to having a sexual encounter with another man 20 years earlier? And what are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts, Kim?
That's what I'm
What are
getting
your
ready. I'm trying to. I know you were gonna ask me that, Ken. I knew you were gonna ask me that. I knew you were gonna ask me that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a commercial break so I can gather my thoughts. So I can gather my thoughts, right? And I can just process what I would really do, because I don't want to answer and then my answers are held against me in a court of law later, right? So I just want to make sure that what I say is really what I would do. So right after this commercial break, you will get to hear my thoughts. And I would love to hear your thoughts as well.
I'm attorney Charles Everidge. I started out representing insurance companies until my father was seriously injured at work. 4 of his fingers were amputated. Our family went through a lot, so I know what you're going through as an injured worker. If you've been hurt on the job, call me now. I'll fight to get the workers' comp benefits you may deserve. I'll fight for you like family. Put my experience to work for you. Call 704-457-5000, the first call for injured workers.
All right, everyone, we are back. And again, that was attorney Charles Everidge with Hunter Everidge Law Firm. They are in the Alabama area. They're in the Richmond, Virginia area, and they are also in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. So especially Social Security, disability, workers' comp, and different cases like that, reach out to them because they can definitely help you. 704-377-9157. and hunter-everidge.com. Let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. Now, in all fairness, I was actually pulling up the sponsor information. So I did try to put like a 2-second thought to it. I was like, okay. Well, I'm hesitant. Here's the thing. People only tell you what they want you to know. You know, they tell you what they want you to know. And so we don't really know in life if we've been with people that have been in those situations or not, unless they've been kind enough to reveal it to you. Does that make sense? Is that fair? So I would hope and pray that people would be transparent enough to afford someone else the opportunity to make a conscious decision in this situation. So I'm talking, this is my acting right here at Vicky L. Vicky, like I can see your teeth. You're like, you're doing a masterful job.
Yeah,
Evangelist Harper of skirting around the
I'm
conversation.
watching this, right?
Huh?
I'm watching this acting. I mean, I'm loving this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So you know what? I'm actually hesitant to say that I would do this or I would do that, only because I have said that I would do this or I would do that in different situations. But when faced with the real situation of it happening in my own life, I'm not talking about, I know you want the answer to this question, but this is the answer. I have been a person in my life that have said, I would never. Have you ever been that person to say that, right? But then faced with the opportunity to apply what I'm saying in my own personal life, I may not have taken that particular harsh approach or that harsh, this is the bottom line, and put the gavel down. And no, leniency was shown when I had to deal with it myself. So there are times in my own life, and I can only speak for Kim. This is not, I'm sure we're going to put the disclaimer up, but, and this right here is all I deal with, y'all, on the Kim Jacobs Show. We're going to put the disclaimer up, aren't we, Cassandra? And backstage, this is what she's doing. She's like, yes, we're going to put the disclaimer all for sure. So listen, I as a person, me, Kim Jacobs, I've said I would not deal with certain things in my life. And then I found myself in those situations, and I have dealt with some of those very things that I said I would never deal with. So my answer is I really don't know that I would just be like 100% from a person's past that means that I can't be with you 20 years later for whatever you did 20 years ago. Because I have had situations where 20 years ago things have happened, and I accepted those things and helped work through those situations for us to continue to grow and become our best selves. And those things were our past, so when it comes to people being with each other in the same sex, it's not my choice of or preference. So again, just like I love Jesus Christ, that's my preference. It's not everyone's preference. And I let God be God. I don't judge people or condemn people or put anybody in a heaven or hell, but I know what my Lord requires from me. Is that fair? That's a very long answer to say, I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I can live with that one.
I mean, that's the most honest answer I can give. I can say what I don't think I would do, but I don't know until I'm presented with it for real.
And if other people had said that, I would have been like, okay, cool. But it's easy to say what you won't do unless you really face with it.
And because that's all I'm saying, because I've literally been in situations where I've said I would not, when I was growing up, I'd be like, I wish, let somebody try this and see what's going to happen. The answer is you better get right on up out of my face, and get to stepping. But when you present it with different things for real, then it's easy to give other people advice about things that you would or would not do. But then when the rubber meets the road and you find yourself in that situation yourself, what do you really do?
Right.
Now, all the advice that you gave everybody else, you didn't necessarily so eagerly put down the gavel at that same harsh level when it came to you and your circumstances. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's see what anybody else said. Let's see. Anybody, please, somebody say something. Good, great. Y'all love me. Even the panel, y'all just sitting there. Y'all ain't never silent. Vicky, you got so much to say.
No comment on this one.
You got so much to say. Vicky L. Evans
No
with your
comment.
1,000 hats. And you will not say a word. You're like this. And Athena, Sunshine, you like got your whole thing muted. Do you have yourself muted or do
I was muted. It's a learning moment, learning and teaching moment. So that's what I'm taking from a relationship Ken. I'm observing the learning and teaching moment. That is my comment. That is my story.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what I feel like on this panel right now that y'all got me dangling like this, like one of them on one of them guillotines. I'm like this. Oh, and you got okay. Are you raising your hand? Yes, Lord, Cassandra, come on in, sister. Yes,
I gotta come to my sister's aid here. I cannot have her out here by herself. I'm gonna fall back too. Oh, I can't believe it. We'll both have to fall back. But no, I put a comment there in the private chat there. I mean, one of my thoughts was, Kim, when you asked your question, and forgive my son's background noise today. I mean, I think that sometimes, we witness situations where a man or a woman, they wait until say after a proposal or the relationship is so serious, and then they want to deep dive. And I just wonder, from your professional perspective, should these types of conversations happen early on before you get to that point of, I'm ready to kind of marry this person? Because I can imagine that a person, as you're getting to know someone, you're kind of skittish about, full disclosure, because you don't want to, risk the chance of maybe losing things. But I don't know. And this is really like a question of how does it typically, or how maybe should it work with couples when you're in that beginning phase of getting to know each other? Is this the time, or should full disclosure come gradually so that you will see if you're going to get to the proposal, sort of marriage position? Because I feel like we all say it all the time. We want to know everything, even not even in an intimate or, sort of relationship, but even with friendships, we think we want to know so much about each other. But the moment we get a little bit of behind the scenes sort of hidden insight into a person's real life, we have to admit it can change your whole perspective about things, just because you're human and we are emotional beings. So I think that when we say that, we really need to understand exactly what we're taking, and then make sure we're mature enough to process the information and to understand that it's going to be different for everyone. But more so to the fact that when it comes to young people, or whatever your age is, and you're in a new relationship, how soon should full disclosure really, really be on the table, and what are the best ways to approach it?
So is that a question you're asking about full disclosure? Okay,
Yeah.
so let me, and I answered that because somebody asked the question, because I said, listen, y'all, you're asking somebody to explain or tell you what's going on in their mind and their heart and their past, and then when they tell you, they get condemned for that. Now, is there a place? No, I disagree with Lady Sharice as you have this conversation at the beginning. I totally disagree, because the way people work is, I have to be in a safe place to share with you my past. Because the truth of the matter is, you have to be in a safe place with me. It's a vulnerable place where I begin to tell you things that could hurt me. All right. And the truth of the matter is, all of us have a past. All of us have done things that people don't know about, that people that you don't tell people you're in a relationship with, even your spouses. There are things that you have never said because, for whatever reason. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to be with a person, I do believe there is a time you say it, but I don't believe it's at the beginning. I believe it's when a person earns. Oh, go ahead. You need to.
After you finish your statement, I actually agree with Lady Sharice Horn, and I want to say why. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't agree. I don't agree with that, because what I believe is, I believe you share things gradually as the relationship progresses. Okay. As you earn my trust, I'm not going to tell you at the beginning all of the women, that I might have slept with. I became a relationship coach because all of the things that I did to women, all of the things that I did, yes, but the truth of the matter is some of those things I'm not going to share because it's not a safe place. I have not earned that. You have not earned that place, that trust in me, and nor have I earned it in you. So that's my personal opinion. Because if you tell me a week out the gate, all of the people you've been with, you used to sell your body, you used to do this, this, and this, and I'm like, a week in, I
Well,
haven't earned that place, and that's
well,
just
okay. So my thought on that real quick is, and then we're gonna go over to you, Vicky. But my thought on that is that I really would prefer for somebody to tell me up front what I'm dealing with instead of me having to wait until you have gained my trust and gained my friendship and gained my loyalty, and now thinking that we're going to get married or whatever. Then now you're going to start revealing all this deep dive stuff. Well, that is a bunch of crap, in my opinion, that you chose to wait until you felt it was the right time. Who are you to determine when the right time is? It deprived me of the opportunity to make the best informed decision for my life. So I would have preferred to have known versus like 20 versus 3 or 4 years into a relationship that you were in this incident 20 years ago. And now you grabbed hold of my heart, or you know what I'm saying? And now I'm entangled, or as they say, I guess on the red table topic, entangled in a situation with this person. Now you don't really want to get out, and you're trying to maneuver your way to figure out what's the right or the wrong thing because you got so many other people involved in this debacle at that point. Go ahead.
so. I know you're married, Kim, and maybe listen, but let me ask you a question. Would you tell everybody, your daughter, anybody that's married, would you tell them to tell the person that you're just met, person that you've met, to tell them everything about your past? Would you give them that advice to tell
No,
the person that you're?
no, I would not tell them to tell everything about their
But you
past.
just
No, so
said. But you
so
just
it
that's
would be, you're right.
contradictory.
So the answer is I would not just go in telling everything about, I would not tell my children to go in and say everything about your past. But I have given my children advice to say, listen, 3 of you have cystic fibrosis. Do not go into a relationship with any person and not tell them that, because we've had that roundtable discussion whether they should wait and become involved in a good quality relationship and then gradually reveal, or whether they should say it up front. I personally think that there are some things that you should say up front. I don't think that it has to be waited until you get some deep trust before you say, I have cystic fibrosis. And you need to know that, because if you don't want to deal with somebody that have cystic fibrosis that's going to be doing breathing treatments and mucus and different things, you need to know that from the beginning, not after I done made you and I have this deep dive relationship. And then you start seeing me, you're like, what is that? You know?
But you just said, I don't tell them everything. I tell them don't tell everything, but I tell them to tell some things. So which is it? Which ones do they tell? Which ones don't they tell? And so again, therein lies
I
the
can tell you
problem.
what I can only tell you from my personal perspective what I advise them. So some things that may have been their personal things that have broken their heart in life, I don't have them. I would encourage them not to just go pouring their soul out to every random person that they meet that they may just be on a date with, like you're saying. You know, they may just be out and about socializing with. You don't have to go and pour your whole soul out to that person. But if you know that you're getting ready to form a relationship with that person, and this is somebody you're going to be possibly, I don't even think when it comes to dating, it's like, what is dating? Dating from the perspective of what is going to be the end result of us dating? That's a whole different topic, because why are we dating? Just to be hanging out and doing what? Are we going to be hanging out in front of my mom and dad and going on family kind of events? Or are we going to be putting ourselves in wrong positioning so some awkward things can happen that really shouldn't be happening anyway? So this is a whole, we could go on, trust me, because I got a whole bunch of philosophies on some of this stuff, because we can put ourselves in some wrong positioning that can have some outcomes that we don't want to have, whether they know our secrets or don't know our secrets. You know what I'm saying? Because now you can be permanently intertwined with children and extra things happening in your life that if you weren't in wrong positioning and trying to hang out privately so much, all of this stuff wouldn't have popped off. Does that make sense? Okay. I think I'm going too far. Okay. I see a lot of comments, but okay, close out what you're saying, Kim, because I do hear what you're saying. You're saying, Kim, you're telling them out of one side of your face to reveal their secrets. Then you're telling them out of the other side of your face to keep some things to your heart. That's what I'm hearing you say, which means you sounding double-minded. That's what I think I'm hearing.
I didn't say that. I mean,
Yeah,
but I
you
do.
saying that, Kim. You
I,
hurt me.
I didn't say that. But yeah, since we did, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that therein lies the issue where people say, I want to know, and then I say, well, when do you say it? And so, but that's a good topic for later. So I don't want to think about it. I done took up so much time already.
No, but I want you to come. I want us to carry on that. So make sure. Can you come back next Friday? See if you can come back next Friday.
Let me see. Let me work that out because we gonna really talk about that. And I'll be glad.
Because what I'm saying is I'm not contradicting myself, but it's just that we don't have enough time to deep dive into what I'm saying. But come back and you can hold me even more accountable to what I'm saying, because then it would flush out the whole dating process of what dating looks like for young people today, and why all of this hidden agenda stuff that's going on can lead to some really bad outcomes, and nobody's holding each other accountable because guys should be doing this and girls should. I got whole philosophies on this. Okay. So please bring it on, and you'll hear very clear-cut answers on each component. So right now I'm just throwing it all out there like diarrhea, but I have very clear thoughts on what I'm saying.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Vicky, please say something to us today about domestic violence, please.
Okay, I will. I don't know if I'll be able to tell you my whole gamut because the show is almost ending, but this is Domestic Violence Month, and it's really near and dear to me because I am a child witness survivor of domestic violence. I have my Change Is Gonna Come shirt on today, and that's...
You know what? Time out, because I want to do something, Vicky. I want you to come back. This is the month of for domestic violence, right?
Yeah, but there are so many different components. So if I come back next week, I can talk about a different component. Today, I wanted to talk about the dating aspect.
Good. Okay. But I also want I was thinking about having you come back for a full episode is what I'm saying, for a full hour. In addition to saying what you're going to say now, I'm just wondering, would you come back and do a whole show?
I'll see if I can work that out.
Okay. If not, the next Friday, we just pick up another component and we start with you versus Sunshine, because we need to end with some Sunshine messing with Ken. Go ahead. So go ahead, Vicky. You first next week, Vicky.
I wanted to say that, like I said, I have my Change Is Gonna Come shirt. It deals with spiritual abuse. 1 in 4 Christian couples experience abuse in the church. That's something that we don't talk about, or we don't want to talk about. But the point that I wanted to bring today, and I'm not going to tell you the story I was going to tell you out of the book because it doesn't look like we have enough time. But I wanted to stress the point, and it kind of goes with what you guys were just talking about, that we live in a day and time when sacredness of relationship and monotony is no longer considered a sacred thing. And so we kind of have all this, for lack of a better word, openness in relationships, that is almost like we're at a buffet table and we got so much to choose from, and we'll get this and get a little bit of this. And as a single woman dating, I find that is an issue, that there's just this openness that we're experiencing. So I wanted to talk about dating abuse today, just a little bit. And I wanted to define what dating abuse is. Dating abuse or dating violence is the perpetration of threat of an act of violence by at least one member of an unmarried couple on the other member in the context of dating and courtship. And we throw a lot of buzzwords out there like narcissism,
Right.
you know, yeah. So a lot of that happens in dating. I was going to give you a story about counterfeit and counterfeit intentions, and the story was similar to this. Go to a store, you see one pair of boots, they're leather boots, and you love them, but they're too expensive.
Right.
Go to another store, you see those same boots, they look the same, right? But they're not leather, they're pleather, and they're a lot cheaper. The thing is that and this happened to me. You buy those boots, then you go and you wear them. You go to church, go to work, and you buy those pleather boots, and they start to tighten on you instead of do like leather. Leather softens and expands, but those shoes begin to tighten on you. You get corns. Your feet is hurting. And at the end of the day, you just realize that you should have bought the other ones because they were the true blue real things, and you ended up with the counterfeit.
That's good. That's a good story
Yeah.
that needs to be told. So sometimes things are better valued if you just go ahead and invest the money or the time in them and the resources.
Yeah, even in relationship, investing the time, get to know who that person is, get to know their, who they are from. As we were talking, get to know about their past, get to know about things about them so that you can make an informed decision if this is a relationship that you want to continue with. And I just kind of feel like I should just wait till next week to talk about the rest of this. It's good. And I wanted to talk to you from our children's standpoint on dating.
I cannot believe that. Okay, so I'm so sorry that we had the time be cut, because this is important information that needs to be shared, especially with our children and dating. So that's going to go in line with what I'm saying about my own kids and dating. And hopefully Ken's going to come back and chime in on the dating process, because that's what we need to know from a relationship expert perspective. I need that for my own family too, because people want to go on dates. It's like, I don't want to say that you can't go on dates, because I'm sure that's normal, but I have a whole warped philosophy pertaining to this. And I'm talking, I be deep diving on it. Like, go ahead, and if you do the wrong thing and you're gonna produce a baby and blah, I be going in. Everybody, it's a raw, candid conversation.
And this can be a whole show too, because I have a lot of stories that I can tell you about dating from my age group. Oh boy, I don't want to tell y'all my age, but
you look good. Whatever your age is, you look good.
I don't want to tell my age, but I'm gonna say it like this. I'm a middle-aged woman, and dating in this middle-age season of my life is very, very complicated.
That is very scary to me, actually. I can't wait. Can we please, next Friday, anybody that wants to say, please talk about dating, type that in the comment section, because that'll help determine if Ken can clear his schedule and Vicky can clear her schedule. And Sunshine, we're going to squeeze you in the middle of all of this drama next week. Yeah. Okay.
I got to say.
But I just want to say real quick for our young people, please, young people, be safe out there. There's so much to deter you and to draw you off track. You need to know what you're facing. So.
Well, Lotus Roche said, very good description of dating abuse. Come back next Friday, Lotus, to talk even more about the dating process. Ken, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
Let me just leave it with this. I'm going to leave y'all with this, and I'm controversial, but I have so many success stories. People get married, and y'all, my philosophy is the exact opposite of y'all. I tell people nowadays, and this gonna set up next week's show.
Oh God, I knew you were gonna do this. This is gonna make me be so stressed all week. Yeah. And don't you dare leave me with this Lifetime movie on whatever it's gonna be cliffhanger. What are you gonna say?
I tell people you have to date. You have to date. I tell people dating is about collecting data, and what we do is, and what happens. Why Kim is so messed up about it, because she associated dating with sex. She's associated with it because she said, do you know how I know? Because she said things happen when you start dating. What we dating for? Because you end up with.
Yeah, I'm in control of this show over here. That's right. I muted Ken, and he don't even know even me.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, you gotta have me back. I'm not. I gotta be in order, y'all. I gotta be in order.
You know what? The beautiful part of this is on Freestyle Friday, we're all sharing our thoughts, we're sharing our opinions. You get the opportunity to express yourself. Ken, I can't wait to hear your philosophy on how messed up I am. And
I didn't say you were messed up.
let's
I
see if
didn't
you're
say
going to
you
be able
were
to convert me to say that, hey, everyone, I now share the philosophy that you should date on. Date as many people as you can before you make a final.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, now you got me worried about, not even worried, but you got me thinking about what we're going to talk about next Friday. If anybody else share this philosophy, Vicky, that is some great stuff that you
Y'all
just
got to
did.
get me in next Friday though, because I
I'm
really
putting
need
you
to talk
first.
about this.
You going first next Friday.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Great
Vicky,
stuff, Vicky.
she don't be playing. She is an authoritative person, so she know her worth. Don't be putting her at the end of no show and then giving her 2 minutes to try to put all of this stuff out. That makes no sense. So you have my apologies, Vicky, and it's Ken's fault anyway. National Domestic Violence Hotline. Let people know, Vicky, how important it is for people to reach out there if they do need that before next Friday.
It's very important if you're in a situation where you're being abused, and abuse is not just physically, it's mentally, it's verbally, it's sexually, since you want to bring that up. And, there's very many different, it's important that you seek help, seek guidance. There are organizations out there that can help you, not only nationally, but locally, and that's important to know, because trying to do it on your own can lead to some deadly results. So please seek help.
Yes, and the National Domestic Violence Hotline number is 800-799-7233. Tune in next Friday, everybody, for Freestyle Friday, because it's going to be I can tell you, we're going to go deep with Ken Canyon and Vicky L. Evans, talking about dating abuse, talking about the dating process. We're going to squeeze some sunshine in there. And we have the Wootons coming on next week. They haven't been on for a while, so I know they're going to be back as well. Wow. This was a great episode. Lots of things that's happened throughout the week. We're going to put those in, some communications from all kinds of people. That's just like, I know there was body shaming and different things. Like I know California Governor Newsom signs a law ending mandatory jail time for nonviolent crime, drug crimes. That's gone into effect. And Barbara Corcoran, I don't know her full name, but apologizes to old friend Whoopi Goldberg about being accused of body shaming her on The View. All of these things are going to be right here. And we know about the Texas shooting where 4 people were injured, and they did arrest the young man that did do that violent shooting. So it's a lot that's happening, that if you want to have a one-stop shop, we'll put all of those links here for you, and you'll be able to go back and check out the latest news that's been happening throughout the week. Wow. Okay. Ken, I appreciate you coming on, and I think that you provide a nice flair to the show, and I really appreciate and value your input, and can't wait for next Friday. Vicky, I'm excited about every hat that you wear, and the gratitude from my heart to yours is very sincere. You bring so much value to the program, and I appreciate you sharing what you have shared today, and can't wait for next Friday, because we're going to talk about dating abuse. Is really what we're going to focus on with you, correct?
Yeah, because it's important, especially for our young people, to know what this is, what it is, so that they won't be out there, in a toxic, abusive relationship without knowing exactly what that entails.
So make sure, if you have young people out here that you know that you can get on next Friday, have them in their virtual seats at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to start the show off with Vicky. Then we're going to go into Ken, and then we're going to close it out with some sunshine. We're going to put the Wootons in there. We're going to close out the sunshine with Athena Robertson next Friday on, I think it's the 15th. Yeah. Cassandra, thank you for reading that proclamation. And thank you all for celebrating today with us for Aunt Viola's 110th birthday celebration. I think that we couldn't get any more in this show. I see all of your comments, and I saw people take time to put even paragraphs. So great point, Lady Sharice. We have to determine the direction of the relationship, which helps us to provide clarity. These are all points. Come back next week. Ken's going to tell you a thing or two about those. So make sure that you bring those comments. And I see if you are dating with purpose and the goal of being marriage, be honest and straight up from the beginning. Dating around, either be just friends hanging out, but having fun with no goals, or serious dating with the goal of marriage is what Lady Cherie said. And I can see Ken has plenty of thoughts about that. So pop that, cut and paste that comment for next week, Lady Cherie. Okay, example, serial murderer. Oh, let me know on the first date, please, while in a public area so I can make a choice. Look at Ken. Ken, y'all gonna have him.
do that though? Hey, I used to be a murderer, so you know.
Nobody's gonna say that. Nobody's gonna say that. Okay. People are judgmental, so one must set the framework from the start. People that are trying to trick you out are not going to set the framework. Yes, it's better to know up front. Make sure you copy this comment, Dr. Lotus Roche, and bring it back on next Friday when you're dealing with, so that you can act with the best knowledge. If you don't share up front, it places everything else in question. That's the whole point. Some people are trying to trick you out. Ken, talk about that next week. What about people that's trying to trick you out? And that's their intention, is to see if they can get you strung along and game you in your life. Okay, that's it. All right, everybody. I did my best to get y'all's comments in. And Ken, look, he's gonna be bald next week.
Go, guys.
Good morning over there. Glad to listen to you guys. Okay. All right, everybody. God bless you. We will see you all on Monday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, panel. Bye-bye. Wow. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.